10 seconds.
Welcome to Comic Book Spectrum, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. Get ready to explore the world of comics, past, present, and future, with our panelists Eric Hawkins, Brian Rodman, and Clyde Hall. And now here's your host, Brian K. Morris.
And everybody's like, and Eric Hawkins is about to wet himself. I knew something would go wrong. Anyway, welcome. How the heck are you? We'll start this all over. And of course, this is a show where. But anyway, thank you, Clyde and Eric. Anyway, we're getting the mistakes over with early to bring perfection to you later on. Anyway, we are glad you're all here. Welcome to issue 28 of Comic Book Spectrum. And we've got some really good stuff lined up and some stuff we have no idea what's going on later, but that's part of the fun here. But first of all, we want to thank our sponsor, Jeffrey Hayes at Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. When you've just created the best book you possibly can, you want to get the best cover you possibly can to attract potential readers. That's where Plasma Fire Graphics comes in. You want to get Jeffrey Hayes on the job because he can do a full wraparound cover. And not only that, he can also do the graphics you'll need on social media to sell this book, as well as a beautiful book trailer. You saw the trailer we just did for Plasma Fire Graphics. Oddly enough, they didn't hire out for that. They did their own. And you can get one too at indie creator prices. So please check them out. Check out the Facebook page and also check out plasmafiregraphics.com. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you because it matters to your readers. And we also want to thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We're going to have some changes coming in the next month or two. We've got the Dastardly Dingoes popping up on our channel starting in early October. We are proud as heck of that. And then I'm starting a brand new morning show in addition to Nevermind the Furthermore that we'll have more information on as time goes on. But check out these great shows, 7 days a week of entertainment and information and cool stuff and cool people delivering it. So please check it out, and please go to our Facebook page and give it a like. Also, thank you to our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can directly support your favorite creators, but in return you get stuff like Morgan Conmick. She's got her own page, and she's working to create an audiobook of some of her novels. So please support them. Support all these wonderful people on this page, including I see a couple of Hawkins on there. Anyway, check out patreon.com. And what am I offering to you for your direct support? Go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and find out. Also, go to Eric Hawkins' what would it be, a vendor's page, whatever. Anyway, it's his merchandise page, and you can get a lovely, lovely shirt, such as what our lovely model Clyde Hall is wearing today. Look at the sex appeal just dripping off of this man. I'm telling you, he is. Ow! I got the sound back on just in time. Anyway, check this out, and you too could be a sexy man, just like Clyde Hall. And so anyway, before. Easy there, Clyde. Easy. I know the hormones are getting strong in you now because of that shirt. But anyway, check out Eric's merchandise page, because I'm sure he remembers the address of it.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
I go grab it though.
So anyway, having said that, and now that all the dollar bills are flitting their way to Clyde now, first of all, I want to, yeah, make it rain, Clyde, make it rain. Anyway,
too sexy for my shirt.
He's too sexy for character.
So sexy it hurts.
Oh, good night, everyone. That was our topic. Anyway, so how you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic.
I was okay until the strip music started, and
Now he's even better. He's all flustered and hot and bothered, folks.
That's right. We'll
My,
be doing a review of him.
the guy that mows for us, he watches the show some, and
Oh,
he follows my page, and he said, "Hey, that dude that did that group shot of you, that profile of the team," he goes, "Man, did he make you all look good, especially you."
You're like, thanks, I think.
yeah.
No, he mentioned he was very impressed. So I heard he got a shirt, and actually, while he was mowing yesterday, it showed up, so I got to show him the look, and he's like, "It's already on a shirt? Yes, you should get one." So
Definitely.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
And there's a link in the chat.
Yay!
Yay!
Good
Yay!
man, good man.
Which
So
you can get it on stickers. You can get it on a beach towel. I think even a pillow, shirts, sweatshirts,
Handbags.
hoodies, handbags.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
think it's even on a fanny pack.
Yeah. I
Gongs.
thought about getting that, but I like myself too much, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of Hulk Hogan 80s-ish.
Plus, I'm 330 pounds. That's not going to look good with a fanny pack. Or I could wear it like a satchel, like Indiana Jones.
Well, there
You
go.
could tighten it up real tight and wear it as kind of like a
Like a
around your throat.
Oh yeah,
Like a Saint
a Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
That works. I am
Yeah.
half werewolf anyway, so that works pretty well.
See, this is the show that brings solutions to daily first world problems. So
Modern problems require modern solutions.
that's right. So lay them at our feet. Anyway, so I think it's time for all of us to introduce ourselves. Let's start with Clyde. We'll go around the room and tell everybody who you are and why you are so amazing, even on a molecular level.
I will tell you and I will show you. I'm Clyde Hall, and I'm a contributing writer at Stormgate Press, the publishers. Through Charles F. Milhouse of Pulp Reality 1, the award-winning Pulp Reality 1, and Pulp Reality 2. And just this week, I turned in my third story, the character that I created called B-Man, for Pulp Reality 3, which will be coming soon from Stormgate Press. You can check out all their publications. Much of it is new pulp. There's horror. There's something for almost everyone. Some of them are anthologies like this. Some of them are novels. Some of them are novellas. But you can go to www.stormgatepress.com and find more. And that's a good place to find me. These are also available on Amazon if you prefer going through Amazon.com. You can find me this Saturday. I will be interviewed by Ryan Permisson on his show, and I quote, it's the second season opening episode, and he was kind enough to invite me and let me talk about, books and writing and comics and those guys that I hang around with, like Brian K. Morris and all the team at Comic Book Spectrum.
Yay. Well, we're glad to have you here, Clyde. Thank you very much. And someone who's also going to be busy this Saturday is Eric Hawkins. Eric, please introduce yourself.
Well, let's hope so. I hope to be busy.
Yeah.
I'm Eric S. Hawkins, creator of Zombie for World of Oz. I'm an independent comic book creator, and one of the rare covers. I don't know if everybody's ever seen this one. This is the Indiegogo variant for issue 2. Kind of sexy Dorothy killing a little blue-haired munchkin. But we still got issue 3, 1, 2, and 3 up on Indiegogo. I'm going to be closing it out very soon, though. I just got another backer the other day, which I'm surprised I haven't seen one in like a month. But most everything's gone out. Got some stragglers waiting for addresses and stuff. So going on to issue 4 and working on some other projects in between.
Beautiful. All right. Looking forward to hanging out with you all day long, Eric. All right. Which was his name back in college. Anyway, and here he is, Mr. Dignity himself, the one, the only, Mr. Brian Rodman. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. I'm Brian Rodman, and I have books, everyone. So many books. I'm the writer and illustrator of the horror fantasy comic book series Memoirs of an Angel. There's a lot of it. I am also the author and illustrator of the post-apocalyptic action comedy The Nebulizer, which the printed books are here, and they look great. My gosh, Comics Wellspring. I got to give a shout out to my guys. 7-day turnaround.
Yeah.
That is unheard of. These guys came through like they never have before. Normally it's 2 weeks, which is still really good. This time we put the file, we sent the files to them on Monday of last week. We confirmed on Tuesday. We got the books on Tuesday of this week. That is crazy. And the colors look great. Guys, the inside of this book looks like the late 80s, early 90s just threw up in it. It is wonderful. And I do have to brag on my buddy, Seth the Moose, came through with the variant cover. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I had the pleasure of coloring this, and he did just such a spectacular job on the line work. So I can't wait to send those out to our backers. It'll be on sale. We may even be selling some of these on the website for a higher price because we got a little more than we thought. We don't know yet, though.
Is it true that if you contributed enough, you get a sick up? It comes in its exclusive own sick up bag.
Oh yes, of course.
Cool. Okay.
No, it is cool though. We do have we do have for everyone who got the toy level.
Mm-hmm.
The amazing action figures by Damian Walburn at O Toys. All of those backers will be getting a special collector's box as well. That'll have all. It's nice. It's a really cool custom black box with all the Nebulizer artwork all over it. So it's going to be really super cool. I'm excited to ship those out. We're going to start shipping them out to our awesome backers very soon. I am also 1/3 of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast, which will soon be on the Rising Tide Network starting October 5th at 7 p.m. and moving forward on Tuesdays from that point on. It's going to be a blast. Tune in. Head to YouTube and type the Dastardly Dingoes podcast and get caught up and see what kind of shenaniganery is coming your way.
Excellent, Brian. And I can't wait to get my copy of the Nebulizer and ring it out in front of everyone. They'll be so jealous. Anyway, I'm Brian K. Morris, a publisher, writer, editor, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. And while Brian has books, I have issues. But no, I have the original Skyman Battles Master of Steam, along with Sandestein, and I'm also in Pulp Reality from Stormgate Press. I'm currently a freelance editor for Prose Press as of about 3 weeks ago. Yay! And this Saturday, I will be appearing at BergCon at 540 North Commercial Street at the Bonin Business Center with Eric S. Hawkins, Kyle Starks, Amy Hale, Kathy Jackson, Rick Bradley, and a whole bunch of really cool people. Please come see us. Admission is free. Also bring a perishable food item for a contribution, and get some comic books and buy some books.
Yes,
from,
definitely.
Yeah, from Eric and myself. After that, you can do what you want. After that, we're not fussy. But
about Comics Wellspring, they are typically, I use them too, 7 days on the money. They're asking, they send the proof over.
Yep.
14 days, you get the books. So
Yep.
7 days is really good.
I was so shocked when literally, so we confirmed the files on last Tuesday. Wednesday, I got the proof because I just do digital proofs now because I trust them well enough for we've printed 10 books through them, so I very trust them very, very much. We've never had problems, so I just look for spacing and things like that. But I was impressed. I texted Robin when I got the email. I was like, "Did you see we already got the proof?" She's like, "I know. This is nuts." So they came through this time. I guess they must be slow right now, or they're just on it. I don't know.
I'll vote for on it. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So nothing, and none of us work for Comics Wellspring, but I don't have a real job, so what the hell? Call me anyway. But anyway, we've got comments starting already, and from the National Small Press publisher Joe D. McPhee. Welcome, sir. His great show from the National Small Press publisher is on YouTube Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, and he's part of the Rising Tide Network too. Evening all, watching and listening to this while working on the core manual for the RPG. He is collaborating with Nicholas Tockert, who recently completed the Hybrid Sons of Gods role-playing game for Luke Stone, and now he is working as Magic with Joe. It's going to be great. Carl Witzman, glad to have you here, sir. Hope you're doing well. And hey, Carl, looks like they don't need me tonight, so I am working on the core manual as I watch, and hoping that Brian Morris and Eric Hawkins leave early so I can sneak in there. And wait a minute. Anyway, we will have Joe in a couple of weeks. We promised we'd have him back for the 30th episode. And we'll have to see about getting him in here on a regular basis. And we all hope, I know the project's going to turn out great. There's going to be some good stuff there. And, well, I'll need to get my part done so I can run it by Nick Tockert again before beta testing from the Desk with Small Press publisher. And it's good to diversify. Spread your metaphorical eggs to several baskets. Take that how you will. And Jody McPhee is doing the hard part. This is great. This is like a tennis match here. I'm like, yeah. Adding in the details of things like powers and skills characters can use. I don't think I will break the engine since it uses, since I have a good understanding of it. And yeah, we hope not. And you are in a unique position, I would think. And Ted Davies Artistry, good to see you last night. Hope you tuned in to the Truth Mongers, where we talked about Atlantis. Yes, I said we, because I had the privilege of being co-host on that show last night. It was a lot of fun. We got a lot of
great
good
episode.
Stuff. Oh, thank you.
I listened to it today. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you very much. Well,
so you guys forgot the Eye of the Sahara.
We didn't get around to it. We didn't even get around to my talking about Edgar Casey either. So
Arion would be proud.
I think he would, and I'm friends with Paul Kupperberg, so
There you go.
Well, yeah, so yeah, I know this stuff intimately. And so from the Small Press publisher, any bets on why they're not starting on time? Brian Rodman is wheezing. BKM is just late. Eric tossed the books into the next county. Clyde had a diva moment with a former WWE diva.
I like my excuse. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, and mine is probably the truth.
Oh no! For once, fellas. I'm breathing great.
Yeah. Oh, no.
How dare you?
No. You don't do it with the proper authority here. Here's how it's done.
How dare you?
That's my girl. Thank you, Greta.
You need to be 15 and Northern European. What, Swedish? I think she's Swedish.
I have no idea.
Anyways, you gotta get that fire in your belly. How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah, see, you gotta sound like you're on PBS on Sunday afternoon or something. And Sarah, mwah, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well today. And everyone's saying hello. And Donna, Carlene, mwah to you. Hope you are doing well tonight. And everyone, hello. This is almost like the old Nichols and May routine. Donna, Desk, Sarah, Carl. So it's and greetings programs. I know where that's from. Hi, Brian Hawkins. How the heck are you? I tell you, I just love Logan's run on the TV. But anyway, Joe D probably just got chatting and forgot about us again.
Yes. It was my fault. I was doing a stand-up comedy bit. It made us late. I'm sorry.
It was hilarious. I wish you could have heard it, but man, the language, I'm telling you. Anyway, everyone's saying hello, and Ted and Carl and dudes on screen, and anyone I might have forgotten. Sarah's very thorough here. And so 7-second delay got BKM 2 minutes. There we go. I suffered, 2-minute penalty, roughing the listener. Anyway, and Carl Wisman, if I did a 7-second delay on my channel, there would never be any sound from our end. I want to beep. I want to beep like the old censored things. This would sound like a test of the emergency broadcast system most days. So, and for the Desktop Small Press Publisher, you would need a separate soundtrack like in a silent movie, Carl. Well, actually, StreamYard does allow you with certain versions to, like all four of us have a separate audio stream, and we could download that so I could, edit their stuff and make me sound smarter, but I'd probably do just the opposite. So
I can have my own theme music every time I come on?
You can do that. They say you can't, but I figured out a way. I just don't know how to do it. Anyway, well, it takes like Photoshop skills.
I figured out a way. I just don't know how to do it.
Well, it's more like I know the theory, but I can't execute it. It's like I know how to build a nuclear bomb, but I need some uranium. And now the NSA is listening. And,
right.
And NSA, remember NSA, please subscribe and like this video. We are going towards 1,100 subscriptions by the end of Halloween night this year. And if you in our government would just get everyone in your office to please subscribe to this channel so that I will schedule a 12-hour Never Mind the Furthermore. And we have guests lined up and all kinds of cool people. Yes, Clyde.
Come for the counterintelligence, stay for the comic reviews.
There you go. And if anyone is counter to intelligence, it's me. So please check. So please subscribe. Please like and share this video if you would, and please give us a reaction on Facebook if you would. And Willow Scotter, evening to you, darling. Willow's Pillow Talk and Cryptid Crunch. She's awesome. You need to watch all the stuff she does. And everyone again, here we go. And see, already we are off the rails. See, it doesn't take long to this show. We don't waste your time going off the rails.
We don't have rails.
We don't even have training wheels. And that was the real reason they were late from the rest of the Small Press Publisher. They were fighting over one T-shirt. Oh, if only you knew that Clyde, he's a scrapper. Let me tell you. And those
that shirt's only going to fit one of us in this Ford group here.
Yep. My arm might fit that shirt.
I would get one of those little doll heads, and I'd be like, like this. Hi, I'm on the comic book spectrum. How is everyone? I love you. So I know how this will work. And Eric's like, oh God, all day Saturday with this guy.
Point to the teddy. On Monday, I'm gonna have to ask Eric to point to the teddy bear. It's gonna happen.
Luckily, I'm not next to Brian. I believe Rick is. So I'm across an aisle from Brian, so I could spit at him.
Ooh, that's
throw things at him all day. Yeah,
that's okay. We've got you covered if you need to point.
What's that laugh?
Jealous, Eric. You have your own amigurumi? Do you? So
sure, Carl. The shirt is made up, but what about how about loving your own likeness?
I wasn't sure what was happening here, Clyde.
Yeah.
I was worried.
Say rubbing your own.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
what is it?
that's
Rubbing
code.
your own likeness. Oh no!
Clyde, you're so handsome. Ooh.
All
Say
right,
my name again.
Where's that mature icon? I think it's about that time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It'd be worse if he's rubbing your face, Brian, because that's rather close to a sensitive area.
I welcome it.
There you go.
People come up and rub my face all the time. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
You know what's weird? What is really weird is people do come up and grab my, like, they want to touch my beard. Like, what are you?
That's weird.
It's like pregnant ladies. Like, people are like, they would just want to randomly rub the belly or whatever. They're just like, oh, and I'm like, stop. This is so strange. And then I just make it weirder. I'm like, oh yeah, touch it harder.
Slower.
I found if you just double down with the creepy people,
Yeah.
They run away. It's great. Or they're like, yeah, and then you run away.
And his wife's Robin, like, who are those people standing in front of our house? And where are the top half of their trousers? But anyway, Sarah says, Rodman gave me quite the start of the morning twice.
Wow.
It's actually true. I scared the crap out of her twice this morning. What's it called? The story on Facebook.
Okay.
It had Through Fire and Flame playing.
Yeah.
And it starts off really loud the second you click on it, and it scared the crap out of Sarah twice. So I take pride in that. You're welcome.
You're such a help. And Will Schuyler says, I feel they could use a Price is Right model or a Vanna White type. I could be bribed with free merch. Well, we contemplate that. Carl Winston said, wear the fanny pack under your beard and pull things out of it like magic.
You know what? One time I pulled a lollipop out of my beard and people didn't like that, so I don't do those things anymore.
Yeah, only one owner. Come back. And from Destin Small Press Publisher, don't give them ideas, Willow. This could turn into a regrettable contracts with pseudo devils. What's pseudo?
Yeah.
What's pseudo about this situation? If you study the old Price is Right and Bob Barker, never mind. Anyway, Clyde Zara says Clyde sounds like a professor. Have you ever been a professor, Clyde?
No. Nope. No, actually the opposite. I was a dispatcher, so
I was like, what's the opposite of a professor?
Yeah.
You
911 operator. I think that's Mm-hmm.
There you go. That works. And Rick Bradley is driving home and listening. Good to see you, Rick. We will see you tomorrow night and all day Saturday as he's sitting next to me at BirdCon. Please come see us, 540 North Commercial Street in Harrisburg, Illinois. It'll be wonderful. And yes, BR, the Launchpad McQuack of CBS.
I don't know what it means, but I'm excited about it. So there we go.
It's a good thing. It's a good
All right,
thing.
cool.
Yeah, you've not been insulted. And Ted Davies' artistry looks great, Rodman. And Sarah says, I want all the books of Zombie for World of Oz, but I can't buy online. We may have to fix you up, Sarah, and we can do it.
Brian
I know
has
people.
copies.
I do have copies, yes. And Sarah says, you have issues and I have subscriptions. That's good. I like that. And there are many books online that she wants. And we're going to talk about at least 4 more tonight, Sarah. And yep, called you at breakfast. That's true. I was out with a Cookie and a friend, and my phone rings, and there's some people I do pick up when I see their names on the screen, and she's one of them. So, and hey there, miscreants and ne'er-do-wells. That is awesome, John. I love ne'er-do-wells. How are you, sir? Check out the back of the Cereal Box Network on YouTube, and please subscribe to that because they're awesome. And Toxic Person blocked in every way today. Woo! Sarah has a fan. And good job, and yay, we support that sort of thing. We're doing a lot of that lately. And thanks for being part of helping get. I'm glad to, Sarah. I'm glad I could help. And I used to do a bleep when I cursed on my show, says Carl Witzman. Then we added Donna. It sounded like a show with Ramsey Gordon. And 605 subscribers. Yay! I have hit 605 subscribers. I thought BKM had 606 yesterday. Must have somebody off. That is, or I probably blocked them. I've been doing a lot of that lately. And I noticed I haven't had any hecklers in about 2 weeks. This is nice. And Donna Carlene, now I just jinxed it. Does it really matter if they're late? We entertain ourselves.
It's true.
Yeah.
She's got a point
Very,
there.
very true.
Nobody watches us.
Yeah. We only got the views we have. Knows it's divisible by 4. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, and Carl Winston says people touch my beard too.
Yeah. It's our curse, Carl. It's our curse for having such wonderful maidens.
That's true. Sexy beards. And Sarah's pointing out only 2 likes on YouTube. Unacceptable to her.
Sick 'em, Sarah.
Go get them. And okay, I know what I'm going to do when I meet Brian Rodman in real life.
I expect it now.
Brace yourself. 2 hours later. So Clyde was a professional student, as from the desert.
There you go.
Oh my god! And I would probably hack on Rodman's beard while giving him a big hug. Says Sarah. Sarah. Well,
If by hacking you mean cutting, then I'm never going to be near you, because if you
she
cut
means-
this off, then that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robin
Yeah,
does that sometimes. Like
Like a
she'll-
hairball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
very
just
it's getting,
vanishes in there and it never comes out again. So anyway,
it's the black hole.
that's right. Oh my god, it's a Hotel California facial hair. But anyway, Donna, Carly, Carlene, don't you touch that beard, Sarah. It wants to be petted and loved.
It does.
Yes, and Jake Twister, good to see you here, and everyone's saying hello. And Jake says, Brian, I take my time coming through half of the globe only to listen to cookie recommendations. Cookie, okay, or Kookie.
I think kooky. Yeah.
Kookie, that would be us. I was going to say Cookie won't be on camera. She refuses. And just warn Robin who the redhead is.
Will do.
Yeah. And everyone's saying hello to each other, and we're finally caught up, and now we can get to the entree here, or at least the appetizer. We have book reviews, don't we?
We do.
We do.
So, Brian, after you finish a slug of your beverage there, would
Yes.
you like to lead us off? Oh, cool. Okay, we have verification. Thank you, Jake.
There we go.
Just make sure you weren't talking about my wife. She's not getting on here. That ain't happening. Unless I get 500 more subscribers before the end of the evening, then I think I could talk her into it. So remember, YouTube.
Fiverr.
We don't have to. We have humans for ours. Anyway, so Brian, you want to take this big screen here?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
All right, take it away, Mr. Rodman.
All right, so anybody that knows me or has heard me talk about comics at any point at any time whilst being on this show or others, you know I love Mike Mignola. I have been, kind of perusing through his other books that aren't the Hellboy universe. It's the Outerverse, which is based on the Baltimore book that he did like a decade ago, and he's now expanding that universe further. He wrote a few books. One was called I forget what it is. I think it's Joe Golem is like a detective character in the series, and he now has his own comic in the Outerverse. So this week, this is a couple weeks old, but it's one of two, and the second issue comes out at the end of the month, and it's called "The Golem Walks Among Us." And I am actually, I told the guys before this, I'm kind of entering into this universe backwards almost, because I have the Baltimore novel and I'm starting to read through it, but I really want to grab these guys when they come out and read them. And the best part is you don't need to have read anything before picking these up. I'm sure when I do, a lot more dots will be connected, but they're very the stories stand alone by themselves. So this week's review, I'm going to read the official statement off of the Dark Horse website. It says, the Golem has a long memory. After being awakened from his long sleep in a shrine in Eastern Europe, Joseph, I think it might be, the Golem aids in the fight against the witches that once again terrorize humanity. Deployed to a small village where a cult has taken root, Joseph encounters not only witches, but an old enemy who remembers him well and is out for vengeance. I got to say, this is a fantastically dark and kind of like it's so easy to compare anything Mike Mignola does with a Guillermo del Toro film. But really anything that you find in the Outerverse, I feel like could easily be translated into a Guillermo del Toro film, which I hope they do, because they did with Hellboy, and I hope they team up again for this, just to do Baltimore and this universe. But it's written by Mike Mignola and Christopher Golden. And the artist is Peter Bertking. That's hard to say. And
Billy
the
Bob
colorist
Joe
is,
Bob.
yeah, exactly. And the colorist is Michelle Matson, and the cover artist is Peter Billy Bob Thornton. And and it is a horror action adventure. I really I don't want to give too much away because so much happens in this issue. But the main premise is. Ooh, I'm getting a really bad echo. Anybody else hearing that?
You sound very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, so it starts off where we're in this village where a baby is being born, or a baby was just born, and there's an urgent need to get the baby out of the town, essentially. And as you continue through the story, you find out a very dark reason as to why. The town is worshiping a nasty demon that is a sea demon, and they actually they were going to sacrifice the baby, which isn't a spoiler. They say that in like the first 2 or 3 pages. But you know, just to kind of give you a little snippet of what that demon looks like and that artwork, check that out.
Nice.
Just such a good, and just in you know, traditional, just dark Mignola style. And then when you think all hope is lost, at one point you hear a plane coming in, and the golem jumps down and enters the skirmish when the townspeople corner the two rescuers of the baby. And really from that point on, it is tragic, but such a good story. And as of now, it ends on a really great cliffhanger. I absolutely love. Oh, there's just some really creepy imagery in here that, gosh, it's just so well done. It reminds you of the old Universal spooky horror movies. It's kind of, you know, brings it up a little bit on the violence, but it really is very reminiscent. Mignola is very good about taking that, not a horror gore, you know, not a focus on the gore or anything like 1994, but really diving into just the spooky, creepy stuff that you find in a lot of the old black and white horror. And in this, they're actually they put focus on dark magic and the dark arts and bad witches in this. And they are really bad, and they look really cool. And just a little teaser. I mean, look at that. How creepy
Nice
is that? So you see the little spoiler there of someone who may or may not have the baby at one point in the story. So yeah, overall, the story flows very, very well. It is wonderfully written. There's not a dull moment in here. It's action packed from the get go, and really leaves you on a. I mean, I in reading it, you know, I read it earlier today, and when I got to the last panel, because I bought it in physical copy, and then I also got it on Comixology, because I like going just panel to panel on Comixology. I really like it, but I still want to support my local comic store. So I picked these up, and I didn't know that it was ending, because sometimes you can kind of sense an issue is coming to an end, even if it is a little bit on a cliffhanger. You kind of feel that climax, you know, building up, and it's like, okay, this is how it's going to end. Shut up, Eric. And
well, you did have to check the website. I thought Colin Bunn wrote
it. And so no, you absolutely know what's happening from beginning to end. They do a great job of telling the story. But when I got to the last panel, and I was like, what? It's over? And then, of course, it carries over to the next issue. It's just a 2-part story. So it's going to be, I'm excited. It comes out, I believe, September 29th is when the second one comes out of this month. So definitely snag that. If you love Hellboy, if you like the Baltimore series, if you have enjoyed Mike Mignola's stuff in the past, grab this because it's a lot of fun. Great, just little short snippet stories in this universe that are all starting to cross over. A few weeks ago, I did a review on Kozhakaru the Skinner. She shows up in a cameo in this, which it's pretty cool. So yeah, I can't recommend this enough. I would give this 9.5 out of 10. Honestly, there wasn't really anything wrong with it. There were just a couple times where I had to reread a page or two just because I felt like I may have gotten a little lost. It might just honestly have been me. But yeah, I give it 9.5 out of 10. Definitely go grab this next time you're in your shop.
Super. Sounds good. Yeah. Yay.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Before I stop here, flashback over real quick. I want to give you like a better look at Joe Golem or Golem. I keep wanting to say Golem because I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd. Yeah, so there he is, and all his weird nudity. But there's nothing down there, so there's no awkward nudity. It's just
So he's a typical golem,
right,
made out
exactly.
of clay.
Yeah. He's your traditional golem. And I actually got the audio book of his novel all about him.
Oh, I
so I'm
think
really
an audiobook of that comic too. I was
No,
like, well, you got 3 first.
I'm that
I'm
excited
gonna get
about
the
this
Braille one
comic,
too as soon
guys.
as it comes out.
Yeah, hardback. It's gonna be great. This is gonna be wonderful. No, but no, the novel where his character was introduced came out a few years ago. So I got that on Audible, and I'm actually gonna start reading through that here soon, just so that I can know who the heck he is before the second issue comes out.
Nice. Well, see, let's get back to the comments for a moment. Jake Twister, it's 1 a.m. where he is, and he's tired.
Go
And
sleep.
the bilingualisms is napping. That's okay. And about Cookie, she won't be online, but she's been in Sarah's bed. It's true. She about took a nap there last time we visited. And you look like you have wings on your head, Rodman, says Sarah. I think it's Red Bull. It gives him wings. Oh, it's in the illustration.
What?
I think she may be referring to our illustration.
Oh, yes. Those are bat ears. Oh, because look, this is my bat nipples. Is that what you said? I had bat nipples on my head?
I said niplets.
Oh, okay. All I heard was nip. And I was like, oh, no. No, this is the hat.
Studley, I'm telling you. Between Clyde's shirt and Brian's hat, I'm telling you, we probably should put up that MA thing on here. So
Probably. I have nipples on my head now, according to Eric. I don't like it. I feel dirty. I need a shower now.
Oh, and for the Desmond Small Press Publisher, heck, with 500 more subscribers, I would give a sizable super chat donation to hashtag get Cookie on camera onto harass BKM. I bet she would do it for a $1,000 super chat. None of which I would see. Anyway, and Sarah's conspiring. I like the way you think, Desk. Well, that makes one of us. And what? What? What?
I heard my name taken.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you're in trouble now.
Yeah, what
Thanks
else?
for joining
to
us
do?
for this segment of Comic Book Spectrum. Join us again next week.
Yeah, with new host Joe D. McPhee. No, I said when I get over 1,000 subscribers, I can get super chats where people pay to have me read their stuff.
Oh, right.
Right, and Joe D. McPhee said that he would contribute a substantial amount just to get you on here to give me hell.
Shit,
And here she is.
I can do that without money.
Yeah, but we're trying to get the sizable contribution from Joe D. McPhee. This is how capitalism works, woman.
Okay, let's see it.
Well,
Proof is in the pudding.
Well, I don't have super chats yet. So if you would just simply get me magically somehow 500 more subscribers before the end of the show for Joe's convenience.
Fiber.
Fiber? I don't need fiber. I go to the bathroom enough as it is, Eric.
Just go buy them.
Well, it's good enough for some people I used to associate, so why not? Anyway, did I say that out loud? No, I didn't. Anyway, and yes, we had a little bit of an echo. I think it was rattling through my head. And Sarah saying, hello, gotta love the tragedy of Baltimore. So much pulp baked into it and Universal Monsters mix.
Yep.
And Sarah asks, the Golem or Gollum, whatever, is a skydiver. Gollum's the
He
guy
is
from
in this,
Lord of the
but
Rings.
he doesn't have a parachute in this. He just jumps out and does he does an excellent hero pose when he lands too. You got to check this out.
There's a chalk outline around it.
No, oh goodness, where is it? Deadpool would be very proud of him.
Here we go.
Just straight into the ground. Just lands like a champ. He's ready to fight.
There you go. Nice. And Sarah gives herself a concussion trying to dive through the phone to get to Rodman's reviewed book.
Yes, you'll love it. It's honestly everything from the Outerverse. And a couple weeks ago, I reviewed Imogene in the Weirding Way, which is also currently going. And there's a lot of Outerverse books. They're very gothic. They're very old school. If you like any kind of dark comics at all, I told you, if you like dark comics, I got you. And this is a great place to start.
Excellent. Jake Twister says, remember what Mignola used the baby as a plot point last time?
Yeah, and it's a dark plot point this time. So
yeah. I read that and I'm like, oh, can't wait for Brian to try to clean this one up. This ought to be good. So anyway, Brian Hawkins says, haven't really read much of Mignola before, but I'm really enjoying the Outerverse books. Excellent. Yeah. And okay, good. So close to climax, says Sarah, to be continued, leaving you hanging. Shut up, guys. Just like last week, I didn't start this. But you're finished it. Okay, good. And because everyone loves a happy ending. And I love Mignola's work. And none but Bat Hat. No, Bat Hat. And Digging the Hat, Nipplehead. And Eric is now contemplating his next drawing there.
Yeah, I don't the imagery in my head. Sometimes I curse being an artist. Oh no.
Just looking like Devo.
Are we not men? Anyway, Historical Fencing Guild, good to see you Friday nights at 8 p.m. Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, who was spoken of earlier, and Rodman's hat has Darkwing Duck vibes.
Let's get dangerous, folks. Let's get.
Yeah. And Carl Wisman says, let's listen in as the Morris household falls apart. Let's see.
I've seen Cookie scold this man in person. It's wonderful. I absolutely love it. No, it's all because it's a sweet scolding. You know, like it is. You guys are adorable.
I love the pain of the
That's the one I saw. I saw her slap a pop halfway across the room.
Yeah, well, that too. It's all a part of the tough love, Eric. That's all.
It
Like,
is.
Brian, come here. Look at this pop. I bet you'd like that one. Oh yeah. Cookie looking like that.
The pop was okay, though. Don't worry, folks. The pop came through it fine. My head had to be reattached, but other than that, and here's a glimpse from tomorrow's show. I went to the toy store in
nice.
in Kokomo, Indiana, and I did not buy one single Funko Pop. So tune in tomorrow to the final episode of Never Mind the Furthermore. Wait till you see them. They're great. They're beautiful. And,
Oh,
ooh,
Lord, licorice.
I got specific ones. Oh, I can't read. I'll get him next break. Historical Fencing Guild. Call the governor of Georgia and ask him to find you 500 subscribers. Jake Twister says, Joe, I have that one sheet on standby. There won't be no Comic Wednesday for a while. Oh, no. And for this small press publisher, see how much fun Cookie is. I did my best. Now BKM has a better have a better goal. And yeah, she's gonna stay home just to beat my butt. Anyway, I'm laughing so hard. Oh my god, I love Cookie, and oh yeah, and you too. Yeah, thanks. And don't worry, Rodman, I'll draw it for you.
Okay,
and the Fez, the Fez hides the bruises, says Ted Davies Artistry. And hello, Teresa Dunn, and Jennifer Hawkins says, and that's why I watch. We know why you watch, Jennifer, and here he is, that sexy, sexy man himself, the one, the only, Mr. Eric S. Hawkins.
The.
Take it away, Porn.
So, I got some books that I hope Joe will like this week. They're not horror related. I know he's been disappointed in the horror stuff. So I went back to the X-Men Legends. I picked up 1 and 2, which were decent. They're by Fabian Nicieza and Booth. First one was a lot better than the second issue. Second issue got kind of goofy. 3 and 4 by the Simonsons. They were not good. I picked up 3 and I did not pick up 4. But 5 and 6 are by Peter David and Todd Knock. I thought it was interesting. I grabbed it because I saw Todd Knock was on there. I didn't even notice Peter David's name on it at all, to be honest. Oh, no. And I've always liked Peter David. I hear static.
Eric, you are low res, and we just lost the other 2.
Ooh.
And my signal is still strong, so I don't know what is going on.
Huh. Might be StreamYards, huh?
It could be. Tell you what, here's a thought. Why don't you back completely out? Oh, there's the other 2. We have finally located them. The FBI finally got them back. And Eric, why don't you pop out for a moment and come back in? Go out completely. There you go.
Did we all get kicked off?
No. I was still here, and I still got a strong signal. And Eric was kind of breaking up there. So,
all right then.
So
yeah, mine just like slowly stopped.
Yeah, so did
cut out. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, my signal's still pretty good. So anyway, Sarah says, I am a Chica with no Funko Pops nor Chibis. We can fix that yet. And and why so glitchy? I have no idea. So anyway, and StreamYard bandwidth. Let's see here. Let me do that. Let me do that. Okay, this is the only thing I've got going now. So it's not me. It could be StreamYard. Yeah, we had a problem with StreamYard a week ago Wednesday, where we lost Twitch all of this, or no, YouTube, where we were broadcasting on YouTube and YouTube just cut out. It just ended the show there, and we were still going on Facebook. He's coming back.
No.
He's coming back, and
here he comes to save the day.
There he goes. We'll put him in his proper place, and
I give it 7.5.
Oh.
Okay, great. Thank you, Eric Hawkins. I appreciate and StreamYard to YouTube bandwidth. Okay, that could be from the desk of the small press publisher. But yeah, Eric, look at the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Do you see what looks like a little, like a
duck?
Like a Wi-Fi thing in the upper left-hand corner? Because here's the picture I'm getting from the rest of us, and I'm just wondering if maybe
I'm potatoey.
See?
It looks like it's the internet here.
Yeah. And we just lost Eric.
Oh.
Eric's dead.
No.
I say Eric's dead, and Brian starts laughing. Oh dear God, you're a monster! You're a monster, I swear.
It's just the perfect timing. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. And let's see. Here we go, and we'll just. Oh, yeah. Is anyone got looking at any storms coming in? And Chris Hale, how you doing? Good to see you. You came to the wrong time here.
Welcome to Comic Book Spectrum, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And Internet is going up and down here.
Oh.
So, his wife picked up the other phone. Remember that? Oh, yeah, that must be it. Eric still on.
Yeah. They're still running off of AOL. Yeah.
You don't even know what it is.
The best sound in the world right there.
And the Historical Fencing Guild is vying for a spot on the Truth Mongers. Eric died, and there's just a screaming chorus of cicadas. I think it's space aliens.
I read about this somewhere in Revelation. I
think so. There will be rivers of blood, and Eric won't be able to get on his comic book show. I think it was said. Well, here's what we can do, Eric. We love you. I'll take the next shift, and I'll keep an eye out for Eric and try to bring him back in. Well,
Brian, I could go next, and you could watch for him, and
okay, and I'll lie and wait and take his comics when he's not looking. Okay, why don't we do that? Okay. Clyde, you are up next, my friend. Take the screen. Save the day.
Okay, so if you have watched our show, you know that Brian and I have kind of been shotgunning back and forth with a comic called The Blue Flame from Vault. And this is issue 4 that just came out very, very recently. It should be available still at all of your comic book shops. It is a very odd superhero, yes, but its tone is different than most of the superhero books that we had come across. And for this reason, we have given it a little bit more continuous coverage than some of the others, because we were appreciating what it was trying to do as far as we knew. But this cover is not my favorite of the ones that have come out, but it is dramatic. We have our hero, Sam Blossom, is looking at his reflection in his helmet, and it's a broken helmet. And this is indicative of the kind of story that number 4 is setting out. Just for the stats here, we have Blue Flame number 4 of 12, Vault Comics, $3.99, written by Christopher Cantwell. Art is by Adam Gorham. Colors by Kurt Michael Russell. Letters by Hassan Utsum Elway. And the maturity level is T for teens. We will have some minor spoilers because, again, this is number 4. So some of the plot points for the first issues we will speak about, but not in great detail. So give you a look at some of the graphics here. This is quite the opening page. Right here.
Ooh.
We have someone looking at one of the heroes looking at memories, flashes of memory from a very tragic, traumatic event. And I thought that was a good representation. Sometimes overwhelming darkness in panels is a sticking point, but here it's used well. Also, if you see here, we have the code for the Blue Flame soundtrack. And I figured out that they're adding 2 to 4 songs per issue. Because I kept looking at the first song going, oh, they haven't added anything. It stacks up. So I didn't know exactly how it would be viewed on the screen, but they're adding it, and we'll talk about the music here in a minute, because it is it goes hand in hand with the kind of theme that they're creating here, I think. Okay, this takes place in 2 realities, and we're not really sure yet how those realities are separated, but to give you an idea of how the artist breaks them up, one page, we have the heroic exploits of an off-world, high-tech blue flame. On the other page, we have his human seeming on Earth. He's been the victim of a very tragic injury, and he's recovering. You can see he's got supports there. And to his credit, our artist makes this work, I think, equally well. A little bit here you have the more heroic look to things, here the everyday. And yet, it seems to me that it fits together quite nicely. And again, another example, we have otherworldly doings over here, and we have earthbound drama here. I don't know that I don't know that this would be my favorite artist on everything, but I think he's been well chosen for this. So let us look at issue number 4. A great comic book series, limited or ongoing. It plays with a reader's imagination. It may taunt expectations or tease resolution possibilities. Portions which struck home with truth or insight may replay panel by panel in your mind during the month between the last issue and the next one. Blue Flame number 4 from Vault Comics qualifies because it's an issue that's veering away from most of my expectations and raising new challenges for hero Sam Brosum almost every issue. Christopher Cantwell, as the writer, continues chronicling the competing realities that Sam's experiencing. One in which he has a heating and air conditioning repairman job in Milwaukee. And he also works with a group of cosplay-like vigilantes called the Night Brigade. They are vigilantes, but very, they're trying to get Wi-Fi for their makeshift headquarters. So they're not the Justice League. After Sam was seriously injured in a lethal shooting spree involving the brigade, he lingered in a coma. That opened the door to our second front in our story. And it's an extraterrestrial stage where a cosmic-level version of Blue Flame warps between stars and has a space-worthy battlesuit, very different from vigilante Blue Flames on Earth. An alien called Yarix, the Tribunal Consensus, has captured Sam for a triumvirate representing many galactic civilizations, and their compendium of worlds intends putting humanity on trial by holding a hearing, and Sam has to defend Earth's inhabitants. The section of Cantwell's story has, in number 4, a very Q versus Picard sensibility. If Q is more serious, and if Picard did HVAC work. The consensus certainly considers humanity a grievously savage race, one that they may not be prepared to tolerate, as those pesky Earth people continue developing technology which one day might threaten interplanetary peace. Actually, as the situation in issue number 4 stands, imagine this. Green Arrow hangs out with other street-level heroes on Earth. But he's attacked and hovers at death's doorstep. Doctors unsure if he'll survive. He does, but he has spinal injuries, making mobility without supports impossible. He's stuck with modern Earth tech, not Star Labs tech in this case. Ollie's not going to be adventuring anymore. But while he was comatose, he began experiencing a reality where he had a set of high-tech aero armor, and he was doing a Hal Jordan-worthy job of hopping galaxies and meting out justice in space. But the Guardians have all heard about him and his exploits, and it drew their attention to Earth, so Armor Arrow Ollie gets captured and brought before the Guardians as an advocate for whether they should allow our race to continue or exterminate it before it gets really dangerous. And Ollie must prove that mankind deserves its continuation. That's the kind of situation that Cantwell has set up in these first 4 issues. He's engineered parallel settings and situations adeptly. And in number 4, we find Sam with limited physical mobility, finally taking time to work through the mental trauma of the shooting, which nearly killed him. He's had resolution with his sister Dee, who's helped him in his convalescence. And she's expecting. So he begins to focus on the niece, the unborn niece, as a reason for him to care whether mankind survives or not. On the consensus world, Sam has found acceptance in his role as mankind's advocate in the trial, and he wrestles with why he was chosen. Is his shooting and his disability ideal for giving the prosecution an example of humanity's barbarity, or is it usable uh, in man's defense? Maimed though he is, he still desires to protect people. That's intact. So he may be bitter, but he's also getting better, and he's not giving up. Or does that factor somehow play into the case that the captors are building? Following the thought process of both Sam's facing their very different challenges is the part of this narrative that Cantwell excels at. As well, several parts of the storyline may not be as they seem. As a writer, Cantwell doesn't give the readers pat answers. He prompts the reader into those speculative moments between issues, the kind where you go back and you reread a page again after thinking about it for a while and you go, what if? Sorry, Marvel, but it's the case. There's a moment, this issue, wherein Cosmic Blue Flame performs a bit of Captain Kirk level daring do. When his alien captors take him to task for his show of reckless bravery, he says, it's what humans do. It's a moment, maybe not quite a Captain America moment, but close, which it makes you proud that Sam's our advocate. The response of the gathered alien onlookers is jarring amusement and laughter. Amusement usually saved for a small child trying to sound grown up and serious. And it begs the question, this just popped in my mind, it's one of many after reading this issue, but what if this is all some kind of cosmic reality show? While Earth is in no real danger, Sam may win fabulous door prizes for keeping really anticipating seeing where more of this goes and the narrative payoffs that come with them. Adam Gorm's art continues delivering that best of both worlds, specifically ours and that faraway prison planet. The samples that I showed were chosen because of the contrast that I mentioned between both of the worlds and how well they fit together as part of the unfolding tale, despite being, in this case, literally light years apart. Kurt Michael Russell's colors seem a bit more subdued this time. Even the adventuresome part with the blue flame in cosmic mode, a little bit toned down from earlier issues, but it matches Sam's Milwaukee happenings better, I think. And you feel the convergence of Sam's realities on some level. At the same time, Sam is making progress in dealing with matters on both fronts. And it's sort of like the colors represent a consensus of shared purpose. Hassan Utsman Elway's lettering maintains its reserved way from earlier issues. He lets the art breathe, and he provides his own visual sound effects instead of using large fonts or attention-grabbing special effects. So sorry, Eric, but he has his own way, and I kind of appreciate it. He lets the art present itself. Aaron Fisher's musical compositions, accessed with that QR code I showed you inside the front cover, adds 2 or 3 new songs with each issue, and his work is a jazzy blues piano, and it's beautiful. It's very personal, and it's very introspective, and it's about as far away from a rousing John Williams score as you're likely to find, which says a lot about the kind of story that Blue Flame creative team is relating here. Maybe the stakes are real, and human existence hinges on just how a blue-collar superhero comports himself in a galactic trial with a potentially genocidal verdict. Maybe it's an inner turmoil for Sam with his subconscious running a parallel subroutine of equally frightening experiences from his divergent perspectives, one earthbound and the other one not. As it's shaping up with issue number 4, Blue Flame is less about the salvation of mankind as it is salvation of sanity for a man emotionally and physically shattered. How that individual, at the lowest point in his existence, responds to the loftiest challenge that he's ever faced and the biggest stakes. We've seen the way that Steve Rogers as Captain America handles those kind of situations, but Cantwell is showing us a struggle from a grimmer and a more grounded level. The Blue Flame team makes us want to see Sam Brosam prevail, because if he can do it, we feel like so can we. My score for the Blue Flame number 2 is just like for issue number 4, just like for issue number 2, is 8 out of 10.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Clyde. And I told Eric and Brian, don't move to Grover's Mill, New Jersey.
Oh crap!
Yeah. Yeah, the Martians have come back and they're mad.
Apparently, so.
Yeah, we're experiencing some sort of technical difficulty. And I don't think it's anything I've done. I only have one tab open.
Okay.
So it's the only thing that's running on this computer. So Brian and Eric just keep trying. No idea what's going on. And let's see. Yes, and Historical Fencing Guild says, welcome to Comicville, and now the weather. Cue increasingly frantic children and cicadas. And Eric Hawkins is telling me off the line that Skynet has just become self-aware. So anyway, and the Historical Fencing Guild Local 58 finally made its way into the spectrum. And don't let civility fool you. Clyde is a Dr. Doom power-scaled villain. So, and you realize you will have to die for knowing that. But anyway, to me,
my minions, to me. No.
That's right, to me, my X-Men. So no idea what's going on. We will send a note to StreamYard about this.
Usually this is me that's losing connection. So, now I know how it feels from the other side. But
yeah, well, I does anyone know what Joe D. McPhee's been doing lately? I think he may be behind this. Joe, cut out. Anyway, he's going to eliminate us all. So anyway, let me check what. Let's see. Yeah, and Brian Rodman says, "Ignorant StreamYard, you ignorant slut." So anyway, I'm going to tell them I am still reading your messages on screen. People miss you. Hope the aliens will be done with you soon.
Please come back. All is forgiven. As a PS.
That's right. So anyway, maybe I had better get my review out of the way while this is still working, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Go for it, man.
I will. All right, here we go. We may have Jody McPhee. We may have to throw a line to you. So anyway, yeah. And of course, there he is. Yeah. Thanks, Brian Rodman and Jody McPhee. Are you bumping them off? And let's see. And no cryptos preserved for the and both the probes. Oh God, the probes. And aliens keep the Astro in Astroglide. Okay, thank you, Historical Fencing Guild. Anyway, here's my haul from this week. First of all, we got the Creeps annual Spooktacular. This is likely the very last one, as the Creeps are going to be changing our name to Shudder in a month or two. So definitely check it out. It's the best of the magazine, and it lives up to that name. Second, and this is not a comic book, but it's put out by my good friend Michael Urey and Two Morrows, to whom I am eternally grateful. But it's a Retro Fan. If you aren't picking that up, it's available at Barnes & Noble and Books A Million, places like that. And this month, the special edition is the Marvel Superheroes TV cartoons of 1966. When Captain America throws his mighty shield and all that. Also, an interview with Michael York about several people about the movie Logan's Run, and an article about H.R. Puff and stuff, among many other amazing features there. And as far as funny books go, we'll do them in upward order. Exciting Comics. This is about one bad story away. There's like 4 different stories in here. It's about one more bad story away from achieving flight, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Airborne coming.
Airborne, look out. Look out. I have to file an environmental impact statement. Now, the rest of this is pretty good, though. Issue 5 of Infinite Frontier. It just did you read it, Clyde?
Oh, yes. Yes,
yeah.
That's one of my first reads every month. Yeah,
mine too. And I'm almost sorry it's going to end next issue. But just when you think the stakes couldn't get higher in this issue, they do. Please check it out. Yeah, it is. Anyway, my second favorite pick of the week was Aquaman. They have it's the 80th anniversary of the character, and they have given him the same treatment they gave Green Arrow a few months ago. Different covers represent the different eras that Aquaman has been active. It's not bad. It's got a good line of people like Jeff Parker, Doc Shaner, Jeff Johns, Paul Pelletier, Pop Mahan, Tom Derenick, Dan Jurgens, Steve Epting, Scott Eaton, Marguerite Bennett. Different eras of Aquaman. Yes, the era with the Hook is addressed. His Golden Age, Silver Age, Modern Age. And there's a story that leads into the brand new Black Manta series from DC. Very, very cool. This is the 1940s variant covered by Michael Cho. Really retro, really, really fun. And I'll finish my review, and then we'll bring Eric back in. We seem to have Eric back. There he is.
Hey,
Am I
Eric.
back? Am I?
At least
I'm on
temporarily.
my phone, so I'm not sure.
Huh?
Okay. Well, anyway, I started my review, and I will finish my damn review because I was about to get to the meat of it. So
Before you go, you were talking about the Aquaman. Now
Go ahead.
I got the Ramona Fradon cover.
oh yeah, that was a close one, but I just could not resist this one.
That's the one that was in my pull box, but Ramona I'm a fan, so I
I agree.
so I had to get theirs. But
I totally hear you. So anyway, here's my review of the week as Eric is doing horrible things to his camera there. Dear Lord in heaven. And his camera just punished him for it. He's gone again. Anyway.
Oh no.
That'll teach him. But anyway, it's hard to know where to begin with this book. It is a team up that should not happen. And but it does, and it's amazing. It's about a barbarian who meets a lord of the jungle, and of course, when you think of barbarians, of course you think of Gru the Wanderer, created by Mark Evanier and Sergio Aragonis. Over 120 issues at Marvel Epic, and then specials along the way. Anyway, this is a very clever team up from Dark Horse between the two. This is issue 2. This came out just this week. Issue 1 is should still be on your newsstands. And the beautiful thing is, it's not just one story. It's actually 3. There is a story of course, Gru, who is the world's stupidest barbarian, who loves cheese dip. And he is searching for a cheese dip recipe, and everyone that he usually winds up destroying whatever village he's in, and he usually eats all the food. Like they have like they're having a fight in here to clean up the food before he gets there. And they're saying, hide this soup. And the lady says, this isn't soup, this is a potion we use to clean ox nostrils. And of course, Gru with his pet Ruferto comes in and goes, is that a delicious foul concoction I smell? And ox nostril cleaning potion? Anyway, while everyone is trying to get Gru to go to the next village to destroy it, there is a tale in here of the Lord of the Jungle himself, Tarzan, going around trying to stop white slavers. And a really, really wonderful story drawn by Thomas Yeats, who was one of the very first graduates of the Joe Kubert School. And as you can see, he's got a definite John Buscema vibe going on in this issue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done, Thomas Yates. He also drew a number of war and horror stories, as well as Time Spirits for Epic, and what else was it? Saga of the Swamp Thing. Very good book. And then the third story in here is one of the creators, Mark Evanier and Sergio Aragonis. As I was telling the guys, it started out with starts at San Diego Con, and Mark is like walking down the way, and there's somebody comes up and goes, I really love your work, especially Kingdom Come. He goes, what's Mark? Wait, I'm Mark Evanier. And they go, oh, I think Paul Dini's over there. Let's go see him. And Sergio, of course, he goes, "That doesn't happen to me." And everybody comes up to him and goes, "Well, Sergio, I love your work in Mad Magazine, especially Spy versus Spy." It's just good. It's just except for the Tarzan, every page is filled with great jokes. Tarzan is not played for laughs, which is good. The artwork, of course, there is a huge difference between Sergio Aragonés, and you'd know Sergio Aragonés because he's the guy that draws in the margins in Mad Magazine. And there's Sergio. Actually, that's Mark Evanier as drawn by Sergio. And it's really, really good stuff. It is a lot of fun. It's a 4-issue limited series. And it could run like 4 freaking ever as far as I'm concerned. Also has guest appearances by Stan Sakai and Tom Luth, the colorist and writer of this magazine. Covers are beautiful, as you can see. And like I said, 2 issues are out right now. You can get your comic monger to order the first issue, I'm sure. It shouldn't work, but it does. But that's because of the talent of the people involved. And I'm giving this a solid 9.5 out of 10 because this is just such a wonderful story from everyone concerned. And I really am digging it. So
that first issue, you got a real feel for their friendship.
Yeah.
Between the writer and artist. And also, if you don't know Sergio's work from Mad, check it out, and also check out some of the vintage plops. Grubbelman, remember Grubbelman? I believe that was.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah, that's where I have read Mad Magazine a lot, but it was plop that really put me on Sergio's, put him on my radar, and then I went back to all my Mad Magazines and started looking through all the marginals to find to see more. So.
Yeah. Well, and was it? He also has done some serious writing. He helped create and drew Bat Lash for DC. Yeah. So he's really incredibly talented, and this is just a fun, super fun series so far. And I'm invested for the full run. So, and yet we still have not gotten Eric or Brian back. And Eric is having trouble with his cell phone signal. Yeah. So I wonder, it's got to be it because I've got a strong signal here. Clyde, do you?
Eric's doing fine. The only time it's bobbled is when Eric started to slow down.
It's Eric's fault then.
I'm just saying, but then I lost connection for a second and I came back. But other than that one moment, I've been all right. So.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. And hello to Fly Fox Pro. Good to see you. And Brian Rodman sends a message in a bottle. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. And poor Sarah, she's got a comic shop near her that is keeping banker's hours apparently, and she is needing her funny book fix. And wait a second. Wait, am I Gru? No, you are Groot. Remember that. And Sarah, no, I'm not going to read that about the ox nostrils. And let's see. And she's getting some recommendations for manga. And from the Small Press Publisher, BKM, you make it sound as underrated as Wonder Woman and the Tasmanian Devil one-shot. Yes, and I loved those. The crossover with the Hanna-Barbera characters in the DC. Some of them are genius.
The Super Sons and Blue Falcon and Dynamite.
Yes.
That, some of those, you just don't expect them to really, they're just a one-shot, just to throw away. Right. But Gail Simone doing Catwoman and Tweety Bird was excellent. And that Dynamite, and they actually gave a backstory to Blue Falcon and Dynamite that just really hit home. And of course, it's the Super Sons, and they were fun. But it ends up being the story of loyalty with your canine friends and your childhood friends. And oh man, a lot of times they were just throwaway, just little one-shot funnies. But other times, that's about the closest I've come to misting up over a modern comic in a while. I've got it on my spin rack. I didn't keep all of them, but I kept that one. It was really good. So,
Yeah, and I liked what was it, Batman and Elmer Fudd? I think
Yeah.
it was. I mean, I didn't think that would work, except the writer Tom King treated it like it was a sequel to Casablanca.
I did.
It turned it into a
absolutely did.
detective story. It was sheer brilliance.
Tom, please write more like that. That was really cool.
Yeah. That well, he's doing a good job on Supergirl so far. I think I'm liking the new Supergirl thing he's doing. You know, some of his maxi series, I read them and they're interesting, but I just just doesn't light that fire in me. I guess. And a whole lot of people in the chat are trying to educate Sarah about manga and stuff. And like Junji Ito, I'm reading through it, Rebina now, and we'll be doing a review of it soon. You know, when StreamYard decides to stop hating me. Oh, StreamYard loves you. It wants to buy you dinner and to seduce you. And
rub your beard.
And rub your beard too, yeah, which is code. And we got a message from Eric. Internet is crapped out. Download is fine, but getting 0 upload speeds. That's freaky. So yeah, no idea what's going on. I honestly don't think it's StreamYard. I think it could be some sort of regional internet problem, which I get here occasionally in Lafayette. So. We're sorry, guys, because we love you. And Eric, look at this way. You're ahead for the week. You can read your review next week. Yeah, and Sarah says 4 to 6 p.m. Wednesday through Friday, and noon 3 p.m. are the only times they're open. Have been open since COVID. Taps veins. And Eric and Brian are trying to solve this offline. It's heroic. They're absolutely heroic. And wow, Eric is officially blocked. No, he is not. We have not done that to him. Unless he did to himself to get out of this. Who knows? And hi, Ryan Permisson. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show tonight. Welcome to Technical Difficulties Abounding. Much appreciated, Ryan, as always, my friend. And hope you're enjoying the merchandise you're getting. And Jake Twister's laughing at Joe D. McPhee's comments, but yeah, this is.
We showed this earlier, Ryan, but there's the shirt we were talking about.
Yeah,
Ryan was asking about it also. So,
yeah, we will tell it to his ISP. Where is everyone? Aliens came. Remember War of the Worlds? Well, they got mad because we gave them cooties. Wait till they find out. The common cold killed them in 1938. Wait till they get a load of what we got now. I'm telling you. They're never going to talk to us.
Welcome to Earth. Come on in. Water's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just park over there. You may want to stay away from the freeway. We don't want you blocking it. No, we're not worried about moving it. So now they're inquiring about, do they have Spectrum? I'm going to assume that's not a compliment. And Ryan Permisson goes, "Nice shirt, Clyde."
Thank you.
You heard the boom chicka wow wow music starting up right now. So what do you want to talk about, Clyde?
Well, who has watched What If?
I have not yet.
Okay.
But I've been seeing so much good stuff about it, and they may have found a culprit.
Wow.
Both of them have the same internet service.
And what is that service?
Spectrum.
So do I, but mine, I'm okay so far.
Oh, well, maybe you paid your bill.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to see if I can look up something here, which is going to be fascinating on the rerun, I know. Anyway.
So What If from this week, though, was, I think, if I remember right, Eric was saying that he got kind of misty over it, and it did have a lot of power. It was, and, I don't think they're getting very much, I don't think that nearly the subscribers are watching it because it's animated.
Right.
First two started off strong, and then they kind of the last two viewership has dwindled, and it's a shame because I think they're really good stories. I know some people that didn't care for the style of animation. Others really thought this is the most Disney that a superhero animation has ever looked, and they liked it. But I know equal number that we're not real crazy about it. But I've loved the story so far.
That's good. That's good. Oh, we're also now on Outage Reports. And 12 reports in the last 20 minutes from the one I'm looking at. And we're waiting for the Spectrum outage map to load, but otherwise it is looking good. Okay. Oh, wait a second. There are outages, but none near our boys. So
okay,
I think I just want a night off.
Oh, also, Stargirl on the CW. If you're a Justice Society fan, we are seeing the introduction of the Robinson Shade, and I'm really liking the portrayal. We saw the lightning bolt Yiz from the Fifth Dimension. He has made his appearance this season.
Nice.
It is one of those that just I was afraid from going from their specialty service down to just CW regular that we could see a quality shift, but I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's holding up well with the first season. So
very cool.
Yeah,
very cool. I did see new trailer for the Doom Patrol.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
I saw it, and there's a lady on there. She looks a lot like Michelle Gomez from Doctor Who, played Mitzi. And I'm thinking Alan Tudyk in the first season, and now Michelle Gomez in this season. I'm on board. You know, it's like she was amazing as Missy.
I was a casual reader of the books they're based on, but I've gone back and read some more since the series because I thought the series talk about something that goes where Disney would not dare with a comic book property. It is so out there and wild, but very enjoyable. It's of all the Warner stuff,
right?
Live action. I put it up there with just about anything that they've done. If you like the really weird and far out comics, because this was a Vertigo title. I'm sure that there were times even Vertigo went, I don't know about this, because this is really far out. But
well, and I just did a quick search, and I did confirm via Deadline.com that Michelle Gomez is officially on the Doom Patrol Season 3, playing Madame Rouge.
Madame Rouge, yes.
Yeah, because I did see Monsieur Mala and the Brain. I think in the trailer. So let's see. Here we go. And let's see. Ted Davies said we had problems with Spectrum Internet too 4 times this last month. Ted, they need for me to come in like Darkwing Duck to solve this issue. And what is Spectrum Internet? Lousy at this point. It sounds like Eric is trying, or Brian is trying to reboot. Eric has tried, but it doesn't look like. Wait a second. Dare we try to bring him in?
I've seen things. The probes.
Did they warm them up first? That's what I want.
No, and they went in dry. I'm mad about it too.
Damn, I'd call the concierge. I mean, you are not getting the star treatment.
You know what really grinds my gears? Aliens.
Really?
Yeah.
Space
they probe without even buying you dinner first.
They come here. They don't speak the language. They don't know what a safe word is. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna need you. These here aliens. I'm gonna need y'all to speak American for me, please. All right. At least tell me what you're gonna do in my own language. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I promise you something. These space aliens. I'm building a wall. I'm building a wall, and I'm going to make them pay for it.
Well, the Earth's flat anyway, so the wall will work.
That's right. You get me the bricks, I'll put it up there. And Carl
I ended up rebooting my whole internet, so I hope this lasts. We'll see.
Yeah, seriously.
So maybe try that, Eric, if you're watching. I don't know.
Yes, Eric, if you're still alive.
If you're here.
If they haven't removed all the organs from your body.
Yes. Blink twice if you're alive. No one's alive. Okay.
Okay. But anyway, Carl Winston says Spectrum is a company like Comcast, but of a less reliable nature.
There you go.
And I used to have, Comcast is not too bad. We had Frontier, and that's the place when I tried to break my contract with them. I called them and I said, well, your tech department is incredible. I know because I've been calling them 3 times a week for the last 6 months trying to keep my internet going. So anyway, Jake Twister says Morrison's run on Doom Patrol was a religious experience. I have to admit that I blow hot and cold. I think I like it better now, with time. But at the time, I was like, I was so enjoying the Paul Kupperberg run because it was combining everything that I loved about the Doom Patrol, and then Morrison went through it all out. But he had some great concepts, and I really enjoyed it. Currently reading Flex Mentallo Limited Series. That's a good one. That is good. And you've just made Ryan Permison so happy.
I'm alive and here.
That's right. He's standing up. But anyway, and there's the T-shirt look, and Nipplehead has returned.
Hello, yeah.
You have a term of endearment. And let's see. Eric, Brian R. shut everything. Okay, yeah. And Aliens mixed up the meaning of mac and cheese again. And Ryan Permison says, Rodman, favorite Ninja Turtle story and favorite Ninja Turtle and why?
Michelangelo, because I'm him.
There you go.
No, really, like I love Michelangelo because he is funny. He loves pizza. Like they all love pizza, but he really loves pizza. And like, I don't know, when I was a kid, he was always the one that I wanted to be like. Always. I was like, I've always wanted to be like, because I gravitate towards being the funny one. I don't know if you've noticed. I may try feebly, but I gravitate towards that. I hide my pain through humor, and I saw that Michelangelo might be doing that too. No, but I don't know. I always loved that turtle, and I think that's why it's so awesome. Well, the Last Ronin.
That's right.
At this point, if you haven't read the books. Sorry. Michelangelo's The Last Ronin in the Ninja Turtles run. So it's, I loved that. I never thought that would be him at all. And it's not really that much of a spoiler. They let you know at the end of the first issue. But I thought it was going to be Raphael, but I thought that would be kind of a cliche thing. And I loved that it ended up being Michelangelo. So
yeah, and let's see. A fellow Chucker, Mikey from TMNT. Yeah, and this is terrible to admit that, but it's been a long time since I've read them regularly. I can't remember which Ninja Turtle goes with which color.
Michelangelo is the orange.
Right.
Yeah, and Leonardo is the blue.
Okay.
Raphael is red, and Donatello is purple.
There we go.
Splinter is just a rat. He doesn't get a color.
Oh, but I do know who April O'Neil is, so that's easy.
Yeah.
And Casey Jones.
Oh, I love Casey.
And
Jones.
Cookies look at me and goes, "You dumbass." Anyway, I get that a lot. But anyway, as we pray for Eric to come back, he had a great review, I'm sure. And he has tried turning it on and off 4 times, which has gotten him in a lot of trouble at the hospital. But anyway, but this will be a truncated version, and I love the animated shorts from this of Small Press Publisher, where Mikey became a sensei of Ford Youth in Mix.
Oh, cool! I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, and classes Pain 101, says Ryan Permison. Your instructor is Casey Jones. Oh yeah,
I think, honestly, nothing beats, in my opinion, the original run when Raphael met Casey Jones for the first time.
Yeah,
and I think it was the Raphael standalone issue that they did. Is when they first met. I love that issue. I have it currently in a hardback. It's in a hardback collector's edition. It's fantastic.
Well, I stuck with him, because I remember buying the very first issue. And I remember there was a run by who is it? I want not Steve Bissett, but it was one of the other Kubert School people, not Tom Yates. The one who eventually did 1984 with Alan Moore and did took over the writing of Saga of the Swamp Thing after a while. I will. Somebody will remember his name and they'll put it in the comments. I am sure.
Help us, JD.
Rick Veitch. Rick Veitch.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he did like a 4 or 6 issue run that was really amazing.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that. I wouldn't mind seeing him stick around the title for a bit longer, but such was not to be. But at one point there were just so many different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle books.
Oh, there are now. Honestly,
Still?
I mean, there's not as many as there was. My goodness. Yeah, when Mirage Studios was going through their heyday, I mean, there were so many spinoffs. But I mean, you've still got, you've got The Last Ronin, you've got the IDW books, you've got Jenica as a spinoff of that. I think there's a couple more even, but they try to keep them all, except for The Last Ronin, that's on its own. But they try to keep them all in their own, in the same universe at least. So they do a good job of it. I'm not caught up on the IDW series. I need to start from the beginning. I have half of them at least.
And what a plan. I license your IP to every comic company out there.
Yeah. I mean, they've got IDW, they've got Nickelodeon. I mean, I think there might be tied in with something else too. Who has I guess Nickelodeon also has the movie rights now as well, which they're rebooting the movies for the Ninja Turtles. I think they're going to actually go back to the practical effects, which I prefer. I think it was ambitious what they did with the new movies.
Yeah.
I loved seeing Krang on the big screen. That was the coolest part. That was in the second one, and I loved seeing that. But the new movies, Megan Fox just isn't April O'Neil. I don't know why she was the choice. I always thought Emma Stone would be a perfect April O'Neil. I thought she'd be a really good, if you're looking for somebody like, a little younger, she has the cocky attitude. She's funny.
Yeah.
Megan Fox is just, some people think she looks pretty. I can't really stand her. But
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking also maybe a Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
From Doctor Who.
Oh yes,
Nebula.
She would be really good.
Nebula from
Nebula.
She's more recognizable in Doctor Who, however.
Yeah. She would be great.
Yeah,
for sure. And Jumanji for those out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's really good in Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. Jake Twister says, psychologists, it's okay, Eric. Skynet cicadas are not here to get you. Skynet cicadas. And Ryan Purpose says, Robin, I met Mikey himself, Robbie Riss, and he signed my Micah figure with God, I love being a turtle.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
That is. And Jody McPhee says, BR, I messaged you that animated short that I was talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Sarah's thinking about posting Kickstarter droolings on my Facebook page. We had somebody losing their lunch earlier. Brian had the special edition, and now we're drooling. So we've got all the senses covered here. Added one to my page, but considering adding some more for a reference to myself so I don't forget. Hey, relive those memories. They'll pop up. A year ago, you posted this. So don't post that one manga, though. Don't post that one manga. Manga's right.
I do want to do a little tease for everyone.
Do it.
So when the first 2 pages of the nebulizer,
okay,
if you'll turn the page open, and you'll see, the credits. The wonderful Stephanie Menard is the editor, and my lovely and talented wife, Robin, who held it all together. And then we have the so that's a dust mite, and I curse its name on the verse. But then after that, the beautiful 2-page spread.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Of the nebulizer.
That just turned out well.
Yeah, blasting a a dust mite through the face.
90s, your splash page is calling.
Pretty much. Oh gosh, and you should just see this. The colors printed so well. I mean, here's another page that just printed
Yeah.
That
out.
could have been a mess.
So well. So Comics Wellspring, if you're looking for a printer, do it. They're great.
That's right. And we have, I think I have to give that disclaimer. We have no financial interest in Comics Wellspring, but keep them busy so Brian can keep getting his comics in a week. So
Indeed.
there.
And looking that good, man.
Yeah.
I had seen the online version that you gave to backers, and was very impressed with. But the colors on that, I have limited color vision. I have some issues, but to me, when you post that today, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that is exciting. I loved it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and the direction that the book's going, we're just gonna. I'm really going to be playing with color the next couple issues, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. That is so cool. But Carl Wisman says that Robbie Rist is a member of the Secret Humor Group.
Really?
Uncle Carl's Secret Humor Group. I was not aware of that.
Huh.
I thought it was pretty cool that we have Kara Nicole on there, but
Yeah.
Robbie Rist is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Red Notice trailer starring Black Adam, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman? Asked Brian Permison. I'm not familiar with that.
It launched today. I haven't watched
I
it
haven't
yet.
seen it yet.
I've seen little movie stills for it, but I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I feel like the concept sounds fun, especially those three together. I feel like that would be just a great movie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Be almost like Ready Player One or whatever. All those IPs in there. And which manga? Don't ask, Jake. Please don't ask. And where did the two brains meet in person again? I think she means Brian's. Maybe?
I don't know. I answer to brain as well because enough people say that.
Okay. I don't answer the brain, but I do answer to Pinky. Narf. So, but no, we met in person at Imaginarium. It was a convention in Louisville, Kentucky, a couple of months ago, and and then fade to black, and that's all we all need to know. So anyway, I'd be bothered from all social media if I posted my manga. Yes, you would. And we have a few really funny folks there. They just don't post much. Well, I try to keep as quiet as possible. And you got me curious now. I got to know. No, you don't got to know. No, you don't. If Sarah wants to PM you, that sort of thing. Let's just say if you're familiar with the Kinks song Lola, it's kind of like that. Okay. So anyway, he's scratching his arm. I think you're supposed to do this up here, not, anyway. And Brian's, see, I speak autocorrect. This is awesome stuff. So anyway, I think we are going to be Ericless for the rest of the night. I'm so sorry.
I hope he can. I hope he can be on his other show tonight.
He's
supposed to be trying.
He's got to kick that pro bootay.
Yeah, man.
That was last night.
Yeah, he says it's a different one. They're doing like an open. You can do whatever you want tonight. But
right. Or maybe that's where he went. That's it. He wanted to start there early. So he's in there going, "Oh my God, do you know what show?"
Just help me, please.
And Ryan Permison has final thoughts on final trailer for 007 film No Time to Die. I saw it was out. I've been busy today.
I have too, but I did get a chance to watch that yesterday. Mm-hmm. It looks phenomenal. I haven't watched a Bond film since Skyfall, which was my favorite James Bond film of all time, aside from GoldenEye, because it was the first one I ever watched. But no, I can't wait. I think they're gonna retire Daniel Craig's being Bond very, very well. I'm excited for it.
Well, he started out strong.
Yeah.
I just love the ending of the Casino Royale.
Oh, God.
Where you're waiting for that phrase through the whole film, and then he delivers it with such authority at the right the perfect moment, and I thought, okay, we're gonna have a good time here.
And that's the first time the music plays as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's the first time the theme plays, and then it's in the other movies. But honestly, the worst part of Casino Royale is that it was followed by Quantum of Solace. Because
I didn't think Quantum of Solace was that bad. I enjoyed it.
Oh, really? Maybe I need to watch it again. I watched it when it first came out, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I ate some bad pizza that day or something, but I didn't really care for it.
I ate some bad pizza, and that helped me. So, anyway, Brian Hawkins says he used to have a coworker that called me Brain all the time. Even gave me a plush set of Pinky and the Brain.
Cool.
That's a good coworker. And Carl Winston's got to run. Great show, guys. Thank you very much, Carl, for sticking with us. And don't forget, Stupid O'Clock will follow this program with Joe Dog McKeel and the usual crew. Great conversation. And Ryan Permison says GoldenEye is my personal favorite too. I like all but Spectre from Daniel Craig, and I don't have any faults with any of the Daniel Craig ones, except I wish Q or more. No, I like the new Q. It's a M. I wish they hadn't killed the old M.
Yeah, but how they did it though was
that
so
would
good.
make perfect sense. It
really
sense.
And I don't mind Voldemort as the new M.
Oh no! It would make sense as the new M. I tend to think of him as John Steed.
Oh,
because I'm the only person that enjoyed that movie in the world. So
yes, you are actually.
Yes, I am. It's lonely liking a film. No, it actually was nowhere near as good as the original show by any stretch of the imagination. But on its own, and it's it could have been worse. It had a super cast. I can't think of too many people that would have been better than Ralph Fiennes and Uma Thurman as Steed and Peel. But I developed telepathy because I was reading Sean Connery's mind during that whole film, and you're going, I'm going to throw myself under a bus. I'm so miserable here. Why didn't I take all those good movies when I had the chance? So let's see. And everyone's saying goodnight and need to see the trailer. I do too. And Jake Twister. Oh yeah, Black Kiss from Howard Chaykin. Yeah, that's another one. And Quantum of Silence is bad. What does it have to do with sheep? I don't understand. And Casino was so good because he wasn't a double O at the end until the end. Yeah, that's what I liked about it. And I think it redeemed the previous Casino Royale.
Oh, wasn't that the one with the guy that played Pink Panther?
Yeah,
with Peter Sellers.
Yeah, it was the only.
And like anybody that just if you ever see the DVD, apparently anyone who was just within an hour's drive of the studio got to be in it, including Orson Welles. It's like what script? Nah, don't worry, just show up. We'll find something for you to do.
We'll wing it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you'll have a good time.
And what's that, Orson? Yeah, you could totally be drunk the whole time.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine.
And,
yeah, no problem, Orson.
If you're within an hour, come on in, but bring drugs. And,
That's the prerequisite. At least one person needs to have LSD.
That's right. And if you didn't feel the need to drink before, hang around the set for a half hour and definitely will. You'll be hitting the grape with no problems. Inspector had too many plot holes. And let's see. And Donna Carlene, hilarious show as usual. Stupid O'Clock in 5 minutes. By the time you get to this comment, it'll be on later on. So anyway, hope you're enjoying Stupid O'Clock. And don't forget Dan Holofield's Last Man Standing at 11 p.m. It's wonderful. And sorry, Hawkins, Fab 3 rock. We probably should have. I know, poor boy. He's not here to defend himself. And I rewatched the Timothy Dalton films. Those are really good too. Yeah, they are.
I love him as Bond. I really do. I thought he was fantastic.
He was the one to me who came the absolute closest, even closer than Connery, to being the book Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He nailed it completely. I just don't. I think, unfortunately, I don't think his script served him very well, particularly the second one.
He also, as in the Doom Patrol, he has another shot and role that I really enjoy seeing him do, and seems like a more long-lasting one. He's kind of in the last few years, those sorts of roles have kind of been something that he's handled. But that one, where where he's the leader, really am liking it.
I have to say, I think the best Timothy Dalton role I've seen really since The Rocketeer, because I love him in that movie. But the best role I have ever seen him in is in Penny Dreadful.
Yes,
He was.
Penny Dreadful and the Chief are both very
similar. Yeah. Just kind of like a sage, like older, wiser type character, and he plays that. He's embraced that season of his life in his character roles that he's chosen, and another honorable mention is his role as the grocery store owner at Hot Fuzz.
Oh yes, yes. That was funny.
Yeah.
He was good. Now I tell you one thing I love seeing him in. He played Rassilon in Doctor Who during the last story by with David Tennant, and David Tennant filmed like a lot of what happened on the set that year, and he's also a huge fan of the Proclaimers. And there was a video out there where he was getting people from the set, both the crew and the actors, to join him in a chorus of 500 miles.
Oh, that's so great.
And Timothy Dalton is in one scene with him, and it's him and I think the guy who played Wilf are marching, and I would walk, and you can tell this isn't Dalton's music.
Yeah.
Because, David and everybody else is like, I would walk 500 miles. And there's Timothy Dalton, 500 miles. 500 miles. It's like, we're classical, aren't we? Or country and western or something. This is just definitely not come up with a playlist very often.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because my theater group in high school, we would always do our warm-up for rehearsal to that song. We did that very thing. We would march and do all the choreography. And then our final show my senior year, we did it, and the audience, we got them to join in. We went out into the audience and got everybody up, and it was a lot of fun.
That's hilarious. That is great. And from the other point of view, Timothy Dalton's not a good movie Bond, though. I don't know. I think he like I said, I liked him a lot. I honestly think he was closer to Bond than any other actor that's portrayed him. If you compare him to the original books. And Ryan Permisson got to meet Bond girl Miriam Diabo from Living Daylights. She was very nice. Cool. And that's the thing. Being on Doom Patrol, our friend Bobby Nash, BobbyNash.com, check out his books. He works as an extra sometimes on that show, and he actually got to, there's this unspoken thing that like extras and stand-ins don't talk to the actors, the actors, and said that he was Bobby's. That's right. We're not allowed to talk to Brian.
You plebeians, you come over there. I'll be in my trailer.
But Mr. Commonswallop, can't I have your autograph?
Bad news is back. Anyway, you scared it. But no, he said that Dalton actually struck up a conversation with him.
Oh, cool!
I love that. Very, very nice, very polite, very hello, how are you? It's good to have you here. Thank you for being here. So very gracious.
No, I'd love to meet Timothy Dalton. I'm a sucker for pretty much anything he's in. So I need to catch up on Doom Patrol. I've only watched the first season.
Yeah, I've got the first season. I need to catch up on it too. But also, I loved him in Flash Gordon. The classic Flash Gordon. Yeah, Prince Baron. Really? Yeah, he was Prince Baron. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
I think it was my the first time I ever saw him actually. And the thing is, that movie is just so amazingly cast. Him and the guy that created Rocky Horror Picture Show was like his right-hand man. And you look at the old Alex Raymond stuff and it's like, oh my God, it's him. So, and then of course,
Glenn is alive.
That's right. Who wants to live forever? That's what I showed. That's what I said to Cookie when I showed her my Prince Volton Funko Pop, and she almost removed me from this one. Anyway, Jake Twister said from the National Small Press Publisher, not the most negative subjective opinion in Bond I've heard this week. That's fine. And great show, guys. Have a good one. See you all Saturday at noon p.m. on and I quote, with the one, the only Mr. Clyde Hall being interviewed by Ryan Permisson. And Sarah says, I met a couple of Walking Dead actors before I got into zombies. The looks on their faces was kind of funny because I think they expected me to be starstruck. I think I know the two you mean.
I think you've talked about those two before.
I met one of them, and it's like, but I was like 17 people behind. Did you recognize me? And sorry, Sparky, but no. No, not at all. In fact, I met the girl that was like the first zombie on there. I didn't recognize her because I saw both halves of her on there. So anyway, sorry you had your legs, dear. But no, no, I had no idea who they were exactly. Same with me.
Because they were covered in zombie makeup.
Yeah, or those little dots that allow the CG to erase parts of them. So, gee, I didn't recognize them. Pillory me for being unobservant. So.
You're Guy from Galaxy Quest, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah. You're just Guy.
There we go.
Oh, Galaxy Quest.
Oh, one of the finest movies ever made.
I love
one of the best Star Trek movies ever made, for sure.
Absolutely.
Exactly, yeah. Yes.
I would have loved to see Shatner and I'm just drawing Leonard Nimoy play the Alan Arkin, Tim Allen role in that dynamic. Gosh, that would have been so funny just to watch those two play those parts.
Oh, that'd been so good. That'd been so good. But alas. So, and we've run through the comments.
I believe it's time.
We've given Eric Hawkins the slip. I was trying to explain to Clyde that
abandoned ship. So
really.
We were out at sea together, and I was like, "I'm gonna go, buddy. I'm gonna get you a lifeboat." And then I got on the boat and forgot about the lifeboat, so he's gone.
I was telling Clyde that it's a shame you guys moved to Grover's Mill, New Jersey. So heard about what happened to that place. Anyway, Jake Twister says, thanks for the show. Good night. Hey, hope you enjoyed it, Jake. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and we appreciate everyone who is here. And so I think maybe it's time we get to the after show. How's that?
Let's do it, folks.
Let's do that thing. So I'll tell you what, we will start with Brian and then Clyde and then me, and we'll close out the show. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
And this will be when Eric shows up at the last 30 seconds. This is how.
If it happens, just flash him up right at the very end and then take him back down.
Yeah.
Don't even let him talk. Just and that's it.
There you go. There you go. And Sarah says sometimes it's good to knock over egos down a couple of notches. Hey, I'm in the room, okay, Sarah? I'm listening. Anyway,
my ego is pre-knocked, so you can if you want, but it's been knocked before.
Exactly. It can take a pounding. I'm telling you that right now. But anyway, somebody who has come back from the alien spaceship, relatively intact. We'll get the Dalton point at later. But he's Mr. Brian Rodman, a great talent, great friend, and we're so glad to have you here. And why don't you tell everybody how they can keep up with your amazing exploits when you're not here?
Well, other than stalking, which is, depending on who you are, maybe preferred, you can go to brianrodman.com. That's the easiest way to follow my shenanigans. From there, you can follow all my social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Twitter, but ugh. And I also have a Patreon, which I'm about to make a really cool announcement. I've been a little bit of MIA on Patreon lately, but I'm about to announce something really fun that is just for my Patreon backers. So you don't want to miss that. It'll be for everybody. It'll be an exclusive series announcement coming soon. Other than that, I'm 1/3 of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast on YouTube, which is about to be on the Rising Tide Network starting October 6th.
Yay! Yay!
Yes, and other than that, I make books, lots of comics. Memoirs of an Angel is a horror fantasy comic book series. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. The Nebulizer is like, my gosh, late 80s, early 90s, crazy colors with post-apocalyptic asthmatic fighting allergen mutants. It's a blast. It's a ton of fun. This is dark, creepy, deep, and just intellectual fun with great action and just if you love dark comics, if you love what I reviewed today, that sounded cool, you're gonna love this too, because they got really similar things in them. And other than that, that's it.
All right.
So yeah, BrianRodman.com. It's been a great show. Sorry that the aliens took me, but you know what? They gave me back because I would too. So have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Brian. And now we are going to hear from Eric S. Hawkins. I think he's finally here. He is. Here he is.
Eric, you look so different.
Well, I'm at Eric S. Hawkins _, on Twitter. I'm there a lot, and I'm going to be on Drawn and Quartered later on tonight, and I'm going to be at BirdCon this coming weekend with Brian. But come and see us anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit across from him. Oh dear God, I'm gonna be across from that man all weekend. My saliva glands are going to get a real workout because I'm gonna blow hawkers at him across the aisle all weekend long, and that's all I can think of. All right, thanks, great show, bye. And I think it's up to you now. Up to you, Clyde.
Oh,
thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
Eric, you've aged.
The aliens did not treat you well, I tell you what. And they de-abducted Brian, so it's a bad day to be an alien.
They said, "Oh my, a bear! Put him back."
Okay, so you have stumbled into the Walgreens of comic book reviews because we're nowhere near perfect. But we have a great time. So, I'm Clyde Hall, and you can follow me here every Thursday night on Comic Book Spectrum. But you can also find me as part of the award-winning Pulp Reality #1 from Stormgate Press. It is an anthology of new pulp, and I have a B-Man story in there, is what my character is called. Pulp Reality 2 is also available. You can go to Stormgate Press and find all kinds of new pulp and other sorts of books, novellas, and anthologies from Stormgate Press and Charles F. Milhouse. And I would encourage you to do it because just this week, I turned in a final draft of my B-Man story, the third one, for Pulp Reality #3 coming soon. You can also find me on Facebook at Clyde Hall or Radiate Positive Vibes with author Clyde Hall, my author site. And I'd love it if you'd come over and just take a look or send me subscribe, send me a request, a friendship request. And also, I am on, just like Brian, I'm on Twitter at CJ Hall 1984 on Twitter. So you can find me there as well.
Fantastic, Clyde. Thank you very much. And I am Brian K. Morris, the Eric Hawkins stunt double. And
double.
Yeah, no, that's what I tried to tell him, but he didn't fall for it. Yeah, go in front of that bus, Eric. It'll be great. Here's a quarter. But anyway, no. Thank you to everyone who has been stuck with us through the technical difficulties tonight, and we hope you appreciated the reviews tonight. They were so good, and love you to the abyss and back. Also, Sarah, love you, and great show. Thank you for the Desk of the Small Press Publisher. Check them out every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And I want all the books. Dang it, Rodman. And
get them.
Actually,
BrianRodman.com. Do it. Oh, she can't do it online.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. And actually, I like your recommendations. Thank you, Sarah, and we love you. But anyway, we'd love to see you also at BirdCon this weekend. I will be there with many books. We've got a reorder of this coming in. We've also got more Pulp Reality. We've got issue 1 still. Don't know if we'll get reorder by tomorrow. I doubt it. Because that's the way it works. We go to a show and then we get the reorder.
Right.
That's how Amazon works. But anyway, we'll have many books and comic books there. Just try to come in on my dry side when Eric is spitting on me. I'll be sitting next to Rick Bradley, and we're going to have a great time. We've also got Amy Hale and Kathy Jackson. Eric S. Hawkins will be there. Please buy a lot of comics from him. And some other great people. The guest of honor will be Kyle Starks, who's done a number of great comic books, including the Rick and Morty comic book from IDW. We're going to have cosplay, special interviews, and at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, I will be joined by Amy, Kathy, and Rick, and we're going to talk about writing and publishing. 2 years ago, Rick Bradley was in our audience. 4 months later, after listening to us, he got his first story published, and he's now got a book, a couple other stories placed, and he's working on more stuff. Who is going to be the next superstar to come out of our audience? Okay. Hopefully it's you. Bring your questions. We'd love to have them. And also Cookie will be there. That's all the people need to know. And anyway, I am a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And that's this. It's a group of like-minded individuals who have banded together to help each other rise in their communities and to help each other out as we grow our businesses together. And we're proud as heck to have the Dastardly Dingoes joining us in October. Also, I will be starting a brand new daily show starting on October myself. We're going to move some stuff around on the schedule. Dan Hollifield will never speak to me again, and it'll all work out. But anyway, we've got your information and education all lined up for you. Just tune into our channel, like our Facebook page, and follow our individual pages. And speaking of following, we love following this guy around. It is Plasma Fire Graphics, the sponsor of this episode. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. A great book deserves a great cover, so contact Jeffrey Hayes. Check out his Facebook page. Also, check out plasmafiregraphics.com, where you can contact him directly and get his rate card. Believe me, he is affordable. You trust me, and he does great work. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it does matter to your readers. Also, we want to thank our Patreon patrons who are supporting this show with their monthly subscriptions, and we give them stuff in return for it. It's not just a one-way street. If you want to find out what rewards I offer, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also, check out Eric Hawkins' merchandise page, where you can buy t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff with this beautiful logo on it. Be prepared to be mobbed by members of both genders thinking you're very sexy. Trust me, it worked for Clyde. And anyway, pardon me. But anyway, I'll be on tomorrow morning with a brand new Nevermind the Furthermore, where I will unveil the 6 reasons why Cookie is going to kill me. And you don't want to miss that. Here's reason 1 of them. I love Orko. Anyway, please tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m., the normal time. Or we might do it early. We're going to do it a little bit earlier, but this time I'm actually going to show up for it. But anyway, in any case, please join us for Clever Title Penny on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. And next week, we'll be back with Comic Book Spectrum, issue 29, one issue closer to Joe D. McPhee being on. And we will have that program on next week. And we hope you'll join us for that then. Hopefully Eric will be able to rejoin us. Eric Hawkins, we love you. We miss you already. And he'll be at the show at BirdCon. Please come see us if you would. Masks are required, but if you wear one, chances are if you buy a couple things, it might give you a discount. Just mention this program. Anyway, thank you folks for being here. we'll see you tomorrow morning on Nevermind the Furthermore, and definitely next week on Comic Book Spectrum. So as always, folks, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next week on Comic Book Spectrum.
Thank you for watching Comic Book Spectrum, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. Please join us next week for another look at comics, past, present, and future. If you enjoyed this, please give the show a like and be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. To receive our free monthly newsletter, go to www.risingtide.pub and be sure to give the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page on Facebook a like in order to receive news about upcoming shows, including Clever Title Pending, Stupid O'Clock, Clever as Hail, Comics Chaos and Sass, Tidbits and Scribbles, the Historical Fencing Guild, and Nevermind the Furthermore. See you next week.